Okay, I got the first coat on there of the sealer. Now I'm letting that dry, and while I'm letting it dry, I'm just taking a meander on these stairs. Look at this back one here. See, back in there, it's already kind of eaten away. Got dry rot in there, got the water caught in there, and all that kind of stuff. And so I know when I get ready to put the caulking down, I'm probably going to fill certain areas up with the putty knife and stick it in there, as well as depressions kind of like that. And I see there's another one. Look at that right in there in that corner. And you know, I thought I would put the caulking down as a deterrent, kind of before I put all of the aluminum stair tread material down. I could put the aluminum stair tread material down and then not do any caulking first, and then just put clear 100% silicone right up against the wall after I get the walls patched and everything. But I'm just hesitating on that. I'd like to do the best job I can on this, and so I'm going to put an underlayment of caulking underneath. Then I'm going to patch the stucco. Then I'm going to put the stair treads down. Then I'm going to put clear silicone over the edges of the stair treads, because I don't want that water to go down underneath and set on top of the wood. If it does, at least I'll have caulking on the back side to keep the water from getting down underneath the house and stuff. And I may end up putting caulking in some of these joints like that and stuff. And see, I was thinking, well, could I just put the stucco patch all the way down and then not have to put any caulking down there? But then if the water leaks through the stucco patch, let's say, then the water can get down into the joints. And on all of this stair tread material, because I'm going to have them angled, because I'm going to have stuff here and here, I don't foresee any issues with the water coming down here, boom, 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 and leaking. If it is going to leak, it's going to be, can you see, it's going to be when the rain hits this wall, or when the water comes off the deck up there. It's going to come out through those weep holes. That's what those little holes are right there. The water comes out and it hits on top of the deck, and that's where the deck area is. So all this water that gets down here comes out of these little holes. And so see, look at that. I'm going to have to caulk that too. I caulked it once, and I didn't use good enough material, did I? I'm going to have to clean all that out. And I can use that gray caulking, and the gray is fairly close to this, and then I can put this same paint back over it, and I think I'll have to do that too. And see, any water that gets on this deck, I drilled those weep holes out a little bit bigger, so when water hits on that, they can come out this way, and then there's other holes going out the deck that way too. But I just am a stickler. I don't want the water to get down underneath here, because then if it does, I'm going to get more mold and dry rot underneath the deck, underneath the stairs, and all that kind of stuff. That's what I'm trying to prevent. So yes, tomorrow, I'm still waiting for this to dry before I put a second coat on. Tomorrow, before I get here, I'm going to get some more caulking. I may get 4 or 5 more tubes. I can always take back a couple tubes back that I don't use, but I thought I was just going to be putting a thin layer everywhere, and I can see that's really not going to be that's not going to be the fact, because see look how big some of these gaps are. See, all up in here. And I want to do the best job I can. See that back in there? I'm gonna have to get that caulking back in there and do it really good. Get up underneath where the stucco areas are. And that's why I want to caulk too. That's why I want to caulk, even if I get it on the surface. When I put the stucco patch on there. Oh, this stuff is gooey, and it works really good. You'll have to watch that too. In fact, you'll have to watch all of it. See, look at this. I'm walking on this. It's still wet to a certain extent, but hardly anything. Okay, so I know I'm going to be able to get up in here. This is not wet at all. In fact, these up here, it almost looks like I didn't even do them, huh? And see, the ones that I did with you, I showed you those 3 right there. They're virtually almost dry now. So I'll wait a few more minutes, and then I'll start up here. And by the time I get down further and further, these last ones will have more of a time to dry. You don't want to do it too quick, because then all you're doing is remashing up your first coat of sealer, and you're not really putting a second coat on top of the first coat if the first coat is still wet. You know what I mean? So I'll spend some time here and messing around doing some other stuff while I'm waiting for this to dry, and do it right. Okay, I got the second coat on, all done. Plenty of time for it to dry before dark, and I'll get ready to install the caulking tomorrow. That's all I got for this time, but I'll be back with more videos, and next time I'll show you how to caulk and where I'm going to caulk and all that kind of stuff. You probably won't want to watch that one, but you might learn something. You never know. Stick around and find out. And when I'm not running video, as I'm finishing this, I got my cell phone up there, and I just turn it on Pandora and go to classic rock stories or something, or classic rock songs, and it just helps me with my day. Try it next time you're working by yourself.